Good evening. I'm Chanel, vehicle title expert and owner of Wisdom and Authority Title Solutions. Thank y'all so much for joining in tonight. Tonight, I will be continuing with the series Title and Register in Virginia. And tonight's segment will be about avoiding Virginia DMV rejection with three things in mind. Okay, there are three things you want to keep in mind if you want to avoid getting rejected by the Virginia DMV. So a lot of times people visit the DMV and they visit assuming that they have all of their documents, all of their fees at hand, and knowing what they want to get done. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. Okay. If you don't understand your transaction or what you're trying to accomplish at the DMV, you're going to have a very challenging time getting your transaction done successfully. With that being said, you also got to know the fees at hand. You want to go to the DMV with the right amount of fees due. You want to also have the right documents in hand as well. So if you don't have these three items, then the likelihood of you getting rejected will be very high. All right. So number one, you want to understand the type of transaction that you have at hand. You want to understand that. If you go to DMV and you feel like you want to say, well, I want to get a title, that's a very general statement, okay? Because there are different types of title transactions and different processes for each one at hand. So you want to be very thorough and very precise with understanding the type of transaction you're in or what it is you're trying to accomplish. As an example, if you have financed your vehicle, you paid the vehicle off, your lien holder gave you the title and a lien release, you may want to say, I want to get a clear title. Okay? Saying you want to get a clear title under this example will allow the clerk to understand you want to get a title back without the lien on it. Okay? If you are moving to Virginia and you're going to get your vehicle title and registered here for the first time, you will say, I want to title and register my vehicle. Okay, so again, you want to be very specific when you are trying to get your transaction accomplished. Okay, you want to be very specific with your items as well as communicating effectively with the DMV clerk. Number two, the fees. Fees are very important when it comes to the types of transactions that you're trying to get done at the DMV. Not every transaction costs the same. Okay, I want to share as an example, me and my team, we get calls, we get emails from folks wanting to know how much a transaction is going to cost. And we always say it varies, because it really does. It varies on the type of transaction you're trying to get. You're looking at $15 for a title fee. You're looking at a minimum of $75 for sales tax. You're looking at a minimum sometimes of $30.75 for registrations on average. So you can pay a minimum of the three that I just shared, or you might pay one out of the three. It just depends, or you can pay more. So you really want to zoom in on the fees that you will need pertaining to the type of transaction at hand. And finally, you want to be sure that you have the right documents. Very important. In the state of Virginia, we have what is called our VSA 17A form. This form here is our standard title and registration form. It can be used for first-time titles only, or a title and registration done for the first time. Very important. This is our standard form here. It is 2 pages. Okay, the Virginia title and registration form, again, the VSA 17A form, very important. Okay, so you want to keep that form in mind. Now, I'm not going to cover all of the forms. I'm going to share another one in a few seconds, but there are plenty of other forms that I'm not going to share, because again, it can be timely and it can be complicated, because there are different forms based on your needs at hand. Another form is the VSA 14 form. This is only pertaining to registrations, decal replacements, plate replacements, or different types of registration needs you may have. This form here, the VSA 14 form, is important. It's not for titles, but for registration matters only. You want to keep that in mind. This page also is 2 pages long. Okay, so keep those 3 things in mind. Understanding the type of transaction that you're trying to achieve, understanding the fees that goes with the transaction, as well as the type of documents that you would need for that transaction. I want to also give you guys another piece of advice. So although you have these 3 items at hand, you want to make sure that your title documents or registration documents, or both, are filled out properly. Do not use whiteout or correction tape. Do not scribble on your documents. Okay, do not have any erasures on your documents, because if you have these items on your documents, this will cause a rejection. So you want to make sure your documents are not altered. They are clear and visible to DMV. The wording is clear. It's not scratched through, etc. If you have those things available, then you should not have any problems with your documents and getting your transaction accomplished at the DMV successfully. If you are involved in any type of Virginia DMV rejection matters, please feel free to visit me and my team at wisdomandauthority.com or drop me a line below. Please share, click, and subscribe to this channel. We have very important information coming to you 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in.